Hello guys, this is Pratishnegi, and today in this video we are going to discuss about why the native English speakers accent, the voice accent is different from any another countries, especially the South Asian accents. Why their accent is more harder and tougher than the many consequences we are going to discuss about it in this video. So just sit and hold tight. So there are the many reasons which we can point out that where it starts. It starts in your primary school. Many trainers are like who are holding a book and they are explaining you certain things. Many people who are giving you the solutions, they might be expert English literature trainers, but not all of them. In the primary schools, till you will come in your high school or high secondary schools, where your learning process is quite slower than the other subjects. Then the English subject, when it comes to that, they are the only limited subjects and the topics you learn about it. Many people I have seen they having in English medium schools, they are having a good grade, but they are only a muggers. They only smug the things and they just nothing. They just want to get the good grades. That's it. Okay. So, but actually it is different thing. Now, this is the one problem we have. Second problem is the words. The words which I am saying here, the words problem because the English alphabets and the Hindi alphabets. English alphabets we have 26 alphabets including vowels. In Hindi alphabets we have 52 words including vowels. Okay, so in this crunch, you can see there are lots of words. If we calculate like that, so those words are, or might be some words are like if we compare the both alphabets together, so might be we have 2-3 words for the same word in English, like T, like E, we are using EE. Then for the U and O, they are OO. Something like that. So there are the crunches we have, which is really problematic for them, not for us. That's why their accent is different, our is good. So actually this is the biggest problem actually we have here because of the crunches. And it's not only in here, we have hundreds of languages around the world, okay? But in India we have the two common languages which is called Hindi and English. But the thing is that we are speaking Hindi and English in Hindi way. Another problem which you have is the pace problem. People don't learn this. Okay, people never learn about it. Okay, the pace is different. They are speaking in a different way and we are speaking in a different way because what we have learned is different from what they do learn. But the English, you have to speak in a very slower pace. So it will be a more beautifully and you can explain in a more beautiful way. If you are talking in the Hindi way, so it will be very difficult for you. You cannot explain anything. Just remember as I am talking right now, this is the smaller way of that. But in English, you cannot do like that. You have to keep yourself calm. English is a very calm-paced language. Most of the lectures, or even if you will heard some BBC News or some architecture word service, they have some Outlook service as well. So if you will listen them, so they're talking not in a fast pace. No, they are talking in a very calm pace, like they're discussing about anything. Even they're fighting about something, they're arguing about something, but they keep themselves calm while speaking. Their way of speaking is very sweet. So when you're speaking English right now, like I am doing here, so when you're speaking in this way, so you have to keep yourself as calm as you can. So this one become a very easy pace. Many people I have seen, many students I have seen who saying once they have learned about English, enough knowledge about that, and they starting doing the instead of practicing, they're doing some jargon. There are lots of jargons. Okay, so we just quite, it seems for the native speakers, it seems like, oh, it's not that much knowledge that he is having right now. So those people actually, they are not giving up. So if you're talking about like a normal pace we are talking about, so you have to speak in a very, very calm pace. You don't have to rush yourself. You don't have to press yourself. This is the thing which the thing happened. Okay, so in the next, I'm going to explain you which words the native speakers, they don't use or give pressure while they are speaking. So the word "are" will take first the word "are." If you have heard, if you notice that native speakers, they never give pressure on the word "are." As I told you that there is because we have a word "r" in our alphabets. They have a word only "r." This is the difference. The word is "r" in Hindi and the word "ar." It's a combination of "a" plus "r", so it's "r." But we speaks "r." So because of that, practicing our tongue is more sure to speak "r" instead of "there." Okay, so their tongue is quite difficult it's quite harder for them to speak "r." Okay, but we do it very clearly. We can speak much faster and much easier way "r" better than them, but they cannot, because for them the word "r" is not exist in the alphabets. So this is one of the biggest problem for us and between these two languages, because some of the words doesn't exist. Like in Arabic, there is no words. It's called P in Arabic, so they use B. So it happens in the same way because they don't have those words are not existing. So what they do actually when they are speaking this word "are", they give it another word. They try to replace it, but their "r" is replaced. They sound like W or V. Okay, so when they are speaking about this word "are", so they merge it when it is coming in between of the word. Like if you take a word "argument", so they are not. If we will speak in Hindi way, so it will be a clear sound of "r", okay, which is called argument. This is the Hindi way. But if you will listen to a native speaker how they are speaking argument, so as you can listen to me, they are saying argument. They are not giving pressure on, and they are not even speaking "r". They are, because the argument, it's become finished, done. Okay, only argument. Okay, as much as many words you will go, you can see the words which are starting with the letter "r", they are replacing it. Like everybody knows about Bugs Bunny. Okay, so rabbit. Okay, but we will say rabbit in Hindi. Okay, but actually if you will listen to a native speaker how they speak rabbit, so it will be like wabbit. Okay, they will speak wabbit. They will not speak rabbit. Okay, because this thing is not available in their tongue. Our tongue is sharp, very, very sharp. Okay, we can speak T or very clear, but for them T or is very difficult. Okay, so they don't give the pressure, and here they are replacing this word with the W. So the rabbit for us, it becomes wabbit for them. Many people who have seen the Looney Tunes in English, so you will heard the words from the Bugs Bunny and the porcupine who is hunting for the Bugs Bunny. Where is the Bugs? Where is the rabbit? I will kill that rabbit. So actually it happens in this way. When the teacher or when the native speakers, they are speaking this "r" words, they are not pronouncing it. They are just keeping it as low, or they are replacing with another word which is called W. Okay, so just try it out. There are plenty of words which you can see here. Okay, I have given the examples that if you remove the "r" and you will put the "v", so it will be sound like that. Okay, race. Okay, there is a race. I've seen rabbit. Okay, so just like that, you can just replace the word with the W, and you have to do. But while writing is different. Okay, you have to write "r". You cannot write W. Okay, but while pronouncing, it will be replaced by W. Let's see the next word. T. The word T is very complicated for them. It's very complicated for us too because we have a huge chain of the words in our alphabets, which is called T, 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 T. Okay, this is T, T, T. This all words, even the, we starts with the T. Okay, but the problem is the, okay, this because of this phrase, this words, we are able to speak a specific words in the proper way. We can speak the, we can speak the, we can have differentiate between the words what is the and what is the. Okay, and what is the also, we can also differentiate with this, but for them there is only letter T, but it is not T. Okay, we have the also in our that, so actually that the is the real T. Okay, it's not the it is the word which is called the for talwar. Okay, Taylor, okay, Tyler. So it will be sound like that. So you have to be taking care for this word as well. Many people, native English speakers, they use this word, but they don't pronounce it as a t. They pronounce only the. Only the means it is only T. If it is a tiger, if it is a time, if it is a, that's why you can see the many words which we have, like we have word time. So they are not using the for time. We will speak time, but actually it is for them the time. If you will replace the words time, like hatim time, so something like that. So there the word is start the. Okay, like tomato. Okay, so if you can speak this word in a proper way, tomato, there are two terms in that. But if you ask them to utter this word as well, so they will speak tomato. What is tomato? If you see this name in English as well, so it is tomatoes. It's tomatoes. Tomato. They are not using tomato. They are using tomato. Okay, so this word which you have to replace with your accent, and you will get this word as well resolved. They never use the word no, because this word doesn't exist in English. Be aware about this. Okay, be aware about this. This no. Okay, this word doesn't exist in the English language. So you have to be taking care while you're speaking. Be careful and do this practicing what the words which you can see on this screen. Okay, you can find out a lot better accent and equal sometimes. When you will practice it more on a daily basis, you will achieve that. Okay, so the next word and the last but not least, we have H. H is the very hidden word. It's always a confusing for us because we have this word as a H and they have a word H. But the sound of both words is different. If you will see the sound, H, we have a clear pronunciation of this word H. Okay, but for them the H is not H. They are not saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. They are saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. H. Okay, so which is actually happening in a clutch here. So it is quite problem. The H, how it becomes H. Ow. Okay, so here what's the problem is, they have keep this word as a silent because of the breathing system. English, when you're speaking, English is not like a Hindi language, as I told you. English needs a calmness. We need to be calm while we are speaking. Okay? In Hindi, we just inhale one time and we finish the sentence. And then we inhale again and then we finish the sentence. But in English, it's not like that. You have to keep yourself very relaxed. You can listen lots of documentaries. You can listen to lots of BBC news. In native speakers, how they are speaking. There are done plenty of things, anything you can listen. They are on YouTube also, it's available. So how they are speaking. They are speaking in a very calmness. Some of the people who are speaking in a very fast manner, yes, of course they can do, because they have an expert. I cannot speak in Hindi very fast pace because I am an expert, because since childhood I am speaking Hindi. So in the same pace, once you are getting on that level, then you can modify the pace. But while you are learning, so you have to keep yourself calm. You have to keep your pace very low. The speed of delivering the speech must be very slow. So you can beautifully design the structure of any sentence and you can deliver as much as you can. Okay, it will be more beautiful while you are speaking English. So just be aware about it. Okay. So this word edge, they eliminate from the utterance. Okay, they don't speak this word. This is called silent. They have lots of words you have heard in your English lectures or in your school, colleges, university, that this word is silent. I can tell you that you haven't asked your trainer that why this word is silent. While we are writing this word, we must utter this word, we must speak this word. So why this word is silent? If you did ask this question to your trainer, might be you will find, but he is not able to answer, I can bet on it. So you have to be taking care for this, that there are the much words they form, their written is different, and when we come in the speaking way, it is different. So while writing and reading, the English is lot difference. Okay, in English what you're writing is different, and when what you're speaking is different. So the word while speaking is silent. Remember this thing, the word while you're speaking, it is silent, but it's not silent while you're writing. Okay, because you're silent to write it, but you silently cannot speak it, so it is silent. Okay, the word is eliminated because the pronunciation will destroy the whole word. Okay, there is a word like honor, but it's not actually honor. If the word is only eliminate the H and the last letters, honor. I am so honored. I have an honored degree. I have honored diploma. Okay, it's not honored. He's an honest person. She's an honest lady. Okay, so this is the word actually. Horse. Okay, there is no horse. Many people have seen that they do this mistake. They are saying horse, but actually it is horse. Like you're asking the driver, how many hours? How many hours will be there? How many hours will gonna complete? How many hours of the test? How many hours it will take? But actually it is not hours. The H is silent, it is only hours. This is the very big thing which when you are giving any exam. Remember, if you are giving any kind of exam like IELTS, TOEFL, CET, CAT or PET, okay, or any kind of English test, and there is a speaking section for the test. So while you are speaking, so they see this word how you are speaking these words. This is also a very important point. Okay, keep in mind this thing, because how you utter the word, how you are speaking the word, what is the pace of your English, how you are delivering the speech beautifully, how you can construct the sentences, how you are delivering the words, the difficult words, the silence of some characters in the words, how you are delivering the thing. They see this. They want to know that you are speaking hours or you are speaking hours. You are speaking horse or you are speaking about hours. You have said that I have done honors. If you are speaking like in a Hindi way, so a sentence like I have done honors diploma in English, they knows about it. The sentence will be I have done an honors. That is a sentence also because there is a O and H is silent. So next sentence which is getting pronounced. So you have to use N because the O is a vowel. So before vowel there should be N. So this H word is also there. Hemisphere. Help me. Okay, so something like that. This things it happens in this way. So the most of those native speakers, they never used to speak this kind of three words. Especially you will recognize. You can go, you can learn, you can watch some movies, you can listen to the English songs, you can have some documentaries, you can watch television as well, news anywhere. You can find out the words which is formed by RTH words, and where how beautifully they place these words while they are speaking, while they are delivering this speech, while they are having a conversation with each other, and why they eliminate it. Because if you'll notice, their tongue is actually stick with the down. Okay, the jaw of the down. The tongue, they don't use their tongue as much as we do. Okay, they don't move their tongue a lot. They're not gonna move their tongue a lot. They just move their tongue for the specific word, and they take a pause if they are going to speak some special word. Okay, so if you like this topic, please like the video. You can comment, you can ask any question regarding it. Okay, if you have anything, if you like the video, you can share with your friends, family, you can the people who are going to attempt for the exams, and be enjoyable. Take care. See you next time.